What's up, people? Happy Friday, thank God. Anyway, let me jump right into this. Um, I'm gonna go to hell for saying this, I'm sure, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Franco, I have to agree with some of what he was saying. I really do. I don't like him. I hate him, but I have to agree because I'm trying not to be biased, not completely biased, because even if it's a character I hate, if you say something that's true, I have to give you credit for it. I have to. Here's the thing. What Franco said is true. Like, Carly and Sonny being so codependent on each other, every time he needs her, she has to drop everything for him and go running to him. I think that's wrong. Sonny's a grown man. He puts himself in these predicaments. Don't go chasing after him, cleaning up his mess. No. Carly has a life of her own. Even though I don't approve of the people that, the person she's dating and living with. But other than that, she does have her own life now. Her and Sonny been divorced for 7 years. Yes, they're friends and they're parents. They co-parent, but that's where you should end. That's where you draw the line. Cause I have plenty, I had plenty of friends. I never dropped what I was doing to go chase behind them, and I never do that. No, I can be there for you when you need a shoulder to lean on, or a person to speak to. I can be there for you in that capacity. But anywhere where it's crossing that line, where I'm dropped, like if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to drop what I'm doing with the person I'm with to go run into you. I'm not going to do that. So I do agree with him on that. Even though I don't like her with Franco, but it is what it is. This is the storyline. I can't change it, so I'm rolling with it. If this is what the writers want to do, if it works for the writers, then whatever. But it ain't working for me. But here's where I'm pissed off at. For him to tell Carly or Sonny to stay away from each other. This is where this comes in. They're friends. They co-parent. They can't stay away from each other. Actually, this is where the question of the day comes in. This is what I want to ask all of you. What if you were in a relationship and your boyfriend, girlfriend asked you to keep your distance from your ex? Say if you two share kids and you're still friends, would you do what your current partner asked you to do? Or would you do what you want to do? Here's my thing. I would do me, because I think it's not fair of him to ask them to keep their distance. Here's my thing about that. I think part of what he's saying is true. I think they should keep their distance in a romantic sense, keeping their distance. But as far as anything that deals with their friendship or their kids, I don't think they should have to keep their distance. I think if something is going on with their kids, even though the kids are grown, but you're always going to be a parent. No matter how grown your kids are, you're always going to be a parent, and you're always going to have to be there for them. No matter how old. They could be 50. They could be 50 and you could be 70, 80. You're still going to be there for them because they're still your kids. No matter, they could be 60. You could be 90. It don't matter. You're still going to be there. And that's where I'm getting at. Sonny and Carly, yeah, their kids are grown, but they have to be there still for the kids, whether Franco likes it or not. So either get with it or get lost. And Nina is such a messy bitch. She was dropping so many hints about her knowing something about Sonny and Carly, but she didn't want to. She acted like she didn't want to tell Franco. I got a feeling, yeah, bitch, you did want to tell him, but you want him to drag it out of you first. Nina's a messy bitch, but I kind of like it. Because, I do like characters who are somewhat messy. So anyway, Mac was at Maxie's apartment. Nathan showed up or whatever. He told him about the wedding. Nathan, I could tell he really wanted to interfere in that wedding. He really wanted to, but he said that's not his style. But Mac told him, then if crashing weddings are not your style, then you are in the wrong damn city. And I have to agree with Mac on that one. You're in the wrong town. If you have feelings for Maxie, why not tell her? It's not too late. She hasn't said I do. It's never too late until they say I do. Well, even if they do say I do, most of the time you could still tell them how you feel. And I think that's what Nathan should do. He should tell Maxie how he feel. Because obviously she's not even ready to marry him. Like, she don't even really want to marry Levi, and that's obvious on her face. And that's why Felicia brought it up to her. Obviously, you're not really serious about marrying him, or you're having second thoughts. And she talking about people trying to doubt her or second guess her. They're second guessing you because of your facial expressions. That's why they're second guessing you. Obviously, Mac don't like this guy. Nathan don't like this guy. So why are you going against how they feel? Obviously, it should be a red flag if nobody likes him. It should be a red flag to you. So Felicia was telling him why she gave up her Aztec necklace or whatever. And that's when Levi stormed out of the room like a bat out of hell when she told him who she sold it to, who she gave it to, and who was the person. So Dante and Lulu were at the PCPD. She was all dressed up because, you know, she going to the wedding. And then they sat down and they're talking about the baby, you know, because she's ready. You know, the doctor says she can start. She's ready to, you know, she's physically able to have, you know, to start trying to have this baby. But they started talking about the timing, and I'm glad they're having this conversation because this is the conversation I wanted them to have. Like, you really do need to sit down and think about this. Are you seriously sure you want to have this baby right now? Because if they mention baby between the two of them, I'm going to slap the shit out of somebody. Like, I'm tired of hearing it. Y'all already got a baby that's not even one yet. Enjoy him. Why do you need to have another one so soon for? Because I'm pretty sure once they have another one, she's probably going to want another one anyway. It's like, it's a never ending cycle with this baby shit. But if they do decide to have one now, you know, it is what it is. But my problem is, shouldn't y'all be talking about getting a bigger place? You know, y'all don't have to get a house, but you can at least get a bigger apartment. There are apartments that have like 3 and 4 bedrooms. You can at least get that. What about the brownstone that Morgan is rehabbing? Try to move into that. You know what I mean? Something. You know, just be realistic about this thing. You know, don't just jump into having another baby because it sounds fun. You know, think about it, because Rocco is already a handful and he's not even one yet. I mean, have you seen the episode where he had toys all over the place and Lulu was knocked out sleep? Imagine having a second baby. You would be in a coma fucking with that. I mean, come on. It's too soon. Y'all don't even have a handle on the one baby that you have. Get a handle on that. Focus on your career. Dante is a detective. He works crazy hours. Get all of that in check and then talk about having a kid. That's the responsible thing to do. Figure it all out. Don't just have a kid and then try to, you know, figure it out as you know, as you go along. Don't do that, because you're gonna fuck yourself up. So anyway, Nathan comes in and they tell him about them going to the wedding or whatever. He told them to have fun. So they leave and this guy come in holding the ice pack or whatever up to his head, talking about somebody broke into his place and knocked him out and stole his Aztec necklace, and the light bulb went off in Nathan's head. Levi. He know Levi did it. So now we're getting to the root of this. Levi, of course, is after the Aztec jewelry because it's worth a bundle. So finally, hopefully this thing, we can wrap up this storyline, hopefully. So anyway, Sonny bumps into Morgan at the hospital asking him about Alice, and he told him about the heart. Because apparently Sonny paid that woman, she's an actress, Sonny paid her to pretend to be Mickey's sister so she could sign off on the transplant. So he said Alice, they did the surgery, but they're not going to know anything if she rejects the heart after a few days. They're not going to know anything for a couple of days. So Sonny and Morgan sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation. He's trying to break it down to Morgan as to why he slept with Ava, why he moved her into the house. And I'm glad Sonny did that. I'm glad he sat him down, even though Sonny couldn't tell him everything, you know, about shooting AJ and the cover up. He couldn't tell him all of that, but at least you told him something. You know what I mean? At least you threw him a bone. At least do that. You know, explain this to him in some way so he can get it. So I'm happy Morgan and Sonny had that conversation, because it's a long overdue conversation. And even Morgan was, you know, appreciative of Sonny sitting him down and treating him like an adult instead of treating him like a kid, you know, not telling him stuff and lying to him. Treat him like an adult. The boy is, what, 20? Treat him like an adult. He's an adult. Talk to him. So, you know, whatever. So Carly went to go see Ava, telling her Ava looked like she about 6 months pregnant. Last time I seen Ava, the bitch looked like she was 3 months. Now you look around 5-6 months. It look like she ready to pop that baby out in the next 2 weeks. So Carly went to go see Ava to tell Ava to get an amnio test, you know, an early paternity test, so they can determine the father of the baby, because it's time for that to come out. Why wait until the baby's born, which is not going to be probably until October, November anyway. So why wait till then? But of course, Ava refuses, talking about something. It could be dangerous for the baby. She could have a miscarriage. I could tell the look on her face. It was all bullshit. For some reason, you don't want to know the father of that baby. Just get the goddamn test done, bitch. Like, seriously, Carly I swear, I wish this bitch wasn't pregnant, because Carly could have slapped the shit out of her. Because Carly wanted to. I could see it in Carly's face. She saw red. She wanted to hit that hoe. So anyway, Franco and Nina, I could see the two of them being together. I prefer the two of them be together. Anybody but him and Carly, I prefer it. I just think that, they should just end this whole Carly Franco thing, because it's not working for a lot of the fans. It's really not working. Maxie, Mac went to go see Maxie, and he was talking to Maxie and stuff like that, and he told her that Nathan had feelings for her. You could tell Maxie don't really want to go through with this. I'm like, girl, think with your mind. You have a brain. Use it. Don't marry somebody that you're not in love with. I think she likes Levi, but she know damn well she not in love with him. Why would you want to get married to him? For what? You're just wasting your life. Marrying somebody that you barely even know, that everybody hates. Why do it? Anyway, I think that's everything. If I'm not forgetting anything. I hope all of you have a great day. I will see you all Monday. Have a great day. See you Monday.